The crypto bear market is coming, but you can still make money even when coin prices are going down. Here's how. In one word, stablecoins. Now, historically, I've been a big critic of stablecoins for two big reasons. One, I don't care about fiat currency to begin with. And two, most of them have not been decentralized in any sort of a way. And so why would you basically do a worse version of fiat currency? But quite a few things have changed since then. First off, there are actually, at least, decentralized stablecoins out there. And the options to actually earn money on them have started to proliferate. And of course, you can do all this without doing KYC, without using bank-like services and trusting people with your money and compromising your privacy and all that kind of stuff. So basically think of it this way, right? Market cycles go up and down and up and down and up and down. And while crypto is gaining against fiat over the long term, for a period of a few years, it could not gain. And so what hodlers do is they just hold onto the coin and then it goes down and they don't care because it's going to go back up again. But that's a lot of holding, and that's a lot of taking those losses, and even if you don't do anything about them and just waiting for them to go back up. What you can do is kind of hedge that. You can put some of your crypto into a fiat pegged crypto stablecoin, right? And so not only that, when the prices are going down, the price of fiat is always going down, but just not as fast during some periods. Not only are you kind of having more to then put back in at the bottom of the market, and then when the market goes back up, now you have more of the crypto you actually want, but you can actually stake these on a few different platforms and actually earn some money on them, like earn interest on top of that. Some of those are pretty good. So basically with crypto, over the years, your net worth goes up and then down and up and then down and up, and it trends upwards, but there's still those hills and valleys. This is kind of making it go up and then still kind of go up and then up faster and then still kind of go up, and basically, take a lot of that loss out of the equation and put it to work during the lean years, as it were. Now, I'm not doing a big deep dive into the various stablecoins out there. I do have to say a lot of them, most of them even, are not particularly good or decentralized. There's a few that are considered kind of gold standard or, very or relatively decentralized and stuff. That's on you to do the research on that one. I'm not doing that in this video. I'm just telling you how to use a couple of them, as a hedge. So just when you do your own research, remember something that's decentralized and relatively stable. The main thing I'm going to be talking about in this video is how to stake UST, or Terra Luna's stablecoin, which so far seems to have emerged as the best contender for a relatively decentralized stablecoin that you can actually kind of gain yield on. So here's how to do it. UST is a US dollar pegged stablecoin that you can stake on the Anchor platform and make pretty decent and stable yields. Go to docs.terra.money, click Get Started with Station, download Station, and then download for your platform. If you have a different DeFi wallet already and would rather just connect that, you can also go to station.terra.money, click Connect a Wallet, and connect a different wallet. In the app, click Wallet, then under Anchor Earn, click Earn, and enter a deposit amount. To keep track of your earnings, go to app.anchorprotocol.com, click on Connect Wallet, then View Address, and put in your address. Don't have UST? Go to SwapSpace and swap some other crypto for it. Make sure it's the one on Luna and not an ERC20 token. If you don't have any crypto, you can buy some directly there, but it would have to be something like Bitcoin Cash that you can swap for UST. Another good platform is Thor Chain, but it has a few extra risks depending on what you do. Thor Chain lets you easily deposit a few different stablecoins and earn yield on them. Go to app.thorswap.finance and just click Connect Wallet, connect a wallet, then Liquidity, then Add, then select the native asset, amount, and deposit. Be aware that half your money will be automatically converted to the Rune token, and your balance will stay 50-50 Rune in the stablecoin, which can lead to some losses due to volatility. Synths, when released, will allow you to just deposit one asset and just receive a stable yield on that, but in the meantime, just use UST on Anchor. Now, a big caveat here, this is not risk-free. This is risk hedging. There is no such thing as no risk in life. I should point out a couple things. First off, a lot of this is new and untested. the crypto world has been around for a while, but actual like algorithmic stablecoins that have their value pegged to the US dollar like that, or other fiat currencies, that's all relatively new, and there could be some kinks to still work out. So there's always a risk in not maintaining the peg really well. And the second and possibly bigger risk is regulation. Now, of course, crypto regulation is always going to be a thing in the back of everyone's head. But with stablecoins, it's an even bigger thing, because it could be argued that by making a cryptocurrency, by making a money pegged to the existing government money, that you're kind of counterfeiting or doing some kind of unlicensed, unregulated issuing of the national currency. And that could be considered a big no-no. And it could be that stablecoin providers and platforms have to either implement KYC and basically become bank-like in the future and become registered and all that, or they could simply be illegal to use in, I would say, particularly the United States, but maybe other countries as well. There's always a risk that happens. Of course, if you got all your stuff staked in stablecoins and are doing this stuff, at some point things could change, in which case you'd have to scramble to become under compliance with the current law. Or, that could be that then the peg, people dump it so fast that the peg gets, removed, and then all of a sudden you actually do lose some money on that stuff. That's always a risk too. And the biggest risk, which is funny enough, the entire point of trying to do this kind of stablecoin staking stuff, is fiat is crashing. I don't care if it's the US dollar, the best fiat, or whatever you want to call it, 7% a year, maybe 10, maybe more. You're just losing value after value after value, year after year. It's going down, right? And so holding on to an asset that's doing that is, I don't think, a good idea. I don't think anyone should have fiat currency as like most of their money. It's just, or at all really. It's insane. That's why you have to also make sure your staking rewards are high enough that it kind of stabilizes it out a little bit more. And so it kind of makes it worth it, so you're not just losing purchasing power. And of course, this is not something I do a lot of during a bull market or when prices are going up for cryptocurrency, when purchasing power is going up. It's kind of more of a bear market strategy, or just a hedge strategy in case you have too much in something that is too volatile. You just want to make things crash slower rather than could pump insane, could crash insane. And as always, remember, none of this is to be construed as financial advice. And it's not just the disclaimer. Of course, it's a disclaimer, but it's also, honestly, I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm telling you some stuff that I have done, and I'm also informing on how it can be done if people do choose to do that, but definitely not telling you what to do. As always, do your own research, make your own financial decisions, and own up to them. Whatever, if you make or lose money, that's all on you. Just remember that. Someday we'll all be living on crypto and no one will want anything pegged to a fiat value. But that day hasn't come yet. So in the meantime, stake.